Your show, honey.
Warrior Weekend is here. We wanted to jump online because I wanted to share with my better half some thoughts I have about AI, artificial intelligence, and the good news that humanity is fighting back. But let's first check, as you would say, 5 by 5. Everybody can see us, everybody can hear us. Edie's already there saying, please hit the like button for Lynn's Warriors. So thank you, Edie, always for being on top of that.
Stephen Salty. There's a familiar face, you son of a gun, you.
saluting me and all the warriors. Yeah, we have a lot of warriors that are behind the scenes. But I do want to really share on this Friday evening some really good news. I think it's good news.
Yep.
Right? That America, people, accepted social media, right? Blindly. It was thrust upon us. We didn't really know.
We had no choice.
But that's what I'm saying. It was thrust upon us. We thought it was cute. We thought it was innovative. Fast forward, we had iPhones with cameras. How terrific is that? You can take pictures no matter what. But right now, we're sitting at what I believe is really a turning point in America. In our history of America, of the world, with this artificial intelligence. And I'm here to say, happily, that humanity is fighting back. Parents are fighting back. Kids themselves, educators, businesses are not accepting it the way they once accepted social media, Facebook, Instagram, all these platforms. And you know what? Big tech. Now, here's what I want to talk about with you. Big tech really thought, well, they're just going to accept it like herd animals.
Right.
They've actually used that in internal memos that were leaked out from Meta. We are herd animals, right? We'll just follow the pack type of thing. And there's pushback. And it's not what they thought. So now there's a lot going on.
Recently, in the Nadler's seat, we had Jack Schlossberg, that tweaking twit. Thank you there, Salty. Keep the money coming, my friend.
Salty's being salty. Thank you, Salty.
Keep the fight up. Anyway, Schlossberg, that twit, he came in third, but there was a close 1 and 2 with Alex Boris, number 2, who was terrific, and the fellow who won, Lasher, Micah Lasher. Both of them were moderate Democrats whose sole focus, apparently, or great emphasis on reeling in AI. So we are seeing a change, a radical change in an acceptance, not only from people on the right, but people who we might have considered to be radical left or progressives or whatever. We're seeing eye to eye. So the configuration of left to right is changing drastically, and people are seeing the real danger of AI.
Which is good. They're waking up. But I want to point out something about this New York primary we just had. That Alex Boris, he initially worked for Palantir years ago. He's a tech person, tech guy. Anthropic came out against him, and they said, we will destroy him and spend every amount of money. Because he was talking, his platform really was based around family. He's a new father, AI and the harms that can be caused. And they're in print. They went out and said, we're going to spend all kinds of millions and millions to defeat him. So even though he came in second, there was not that much.
It was a close second.
It was a very close second.
Yes.
And all of their millions didn't matter. People still voted for him. Yet Lasher, his platform also is AI. And they couldn't stop him. So we're seeing this pushback. We're seeing it in the schools. The educators, the teachers are questioning. We're not going to just take this on. Right. We're not going to do it.
And the question also for you is, do you think that there has been, since AI was first, I mean, it's been around, but since you became aware of it to now, do you feel that people are really circumspect, dare I say, about this, that people are thinking, well, I don't know about this? Are you feeling this? Because I do. What do you think? Let us know in the comment section right here. What do you think? Yes or no? Stephen Salty says the level of porn being generated by AI, and the odd thing is no one cares and still get their jollies.
Stephen Salty, you're being salty.
Well, he's salty.
Salty.
Yes.
But it's actually true. And it is so incredible that what would be the next step? Because there is so much AI now generated, sexual images and porn. Of course, that the warriors are concerned is, children and all of this. And they're taking the faces. That's why we're always saying, don't put your children's pictures online
Right.
at all, because even though they'll take AI, they could put your child's face on this and it's there forever.
Kids don't have to be on Facebook.
Well,
Kids
you see what everybody
don't
does,
have to be on Facebook.
but you see what everybody does.
And we tell people, and I've told them flat out, why do you do this? Well, it's only for my friends. It's like, I saw it and I'm not your friend. Because people think of children as chattel. It's a possession. Look at me. Look at me. Look at my lunch. Tiramisu. Look, I'm drinking. Oh, a sunset. Like we've never seen a sunset. Here's my kid. Here's my grandkid. Loving it. Love, love, love.
I do always say
so
to you,
blessed.
I wish they gave that same attention of it's that kind of fear of missing out thing. Remember that went on, that FOMO, fear of missing out. Look at me living the good life, as you pointed out. I wish, though, an ounce of that kind of thing would be put on child safety issues, or sharing videos, we create, or just some information we put out there to save lives, to help parents with their kids, to educate kids about, exploitation. And most just won't do it.
And the amount, if only you knew the struggles that people have in DC.
Oh, I'm still spinning.
Oh, Congress is where good ideas go to die. They're in committee. You can take ideas, legislation, bills, destroy them, whittle them down, pass them in the middle of the night without being read. You don't know what it is. But the politician will say, yeah, but I helped pass the no children mind clutter. Well, that sounded great. And it was nothing. It just sounded good. No child left behind.
Well, we're in the thick of it right now. I can't really reveal too much. All day, as you saw me in Zooms with senators and all different things like that. It's unfortunately all the infighting about a slew of child safety legislation bills coming out, including our Kids Online Safety Act I've talked about relentlessly, right? Getting the public involved, our warriors involved, is falling right into the hands of big tech playbook, which is what nobody really understands. Get everybody to fight, get chaos, dissension, and then we'll just slip in there, things will just pass. And then Congress can wipe their hands and say, see, child safety. But I am going to point out, and I did not, forgive me, I did not post it yet because it just happened. I just finished it. There is somebody I think is a terrific congressman, Congressman Chris Smith from New Jersey. He has been a congressman for close to, he's in his 23rd term, which is 46 years on Capitol Hill. Don't tell me about age for this man, because this guy's got more energy than anybody I've seen on Capitol Hill. What is so important about Chris Smith is that he is the first person who created human trafficking legislation in the year 2000. He started in 96, he told me, but nobody wanted to hear from him. It was never considered a crime. He didn't want to. And this man, I cannot wait to post this discussion, right? I wish I had 8 hours to speak to him. We did a little over an hour together, and he'll definitely be back. Has done such an extensive body of work to help people, to help children.
How many years again? 40?
He's in his 23rd term, so it's 2 years. So he's in his 46th year on Capitol
Unbelievable.
Hill. And Jersey, okay, thank you, Jersey, my home state. We get things done, Jersey. And he's an example. He stands out from everybody I've been dealing with in Washington. He fights. He doesn't give up. His body of work, he has put forth more authorization pieces of legislation, and I wanted to showcase him. And I was very honored today. And Friday, he took the time, and because there's a lot going on right in Washington. Right. I can't wait to post that. But this is like a true warrior for his constituents, for America, working on these issues. And I hate to say it, but there's not a lot of them there that I've come in contact with.
And also, there's just so much that I think is being lost with what's going on with the war and other matters as well. I don't know. I think people are kind of, it doesn't grab enough attention. Don't worry about that. No, it's one of those things where it doesn't grab people's attention, and it's not one of those things where it just. I don't think people understand.
Are you
it.
talking about AI right
Oh
now?
yeah, yeah.
Well, people better get with it. I don't think people even, AI's been around since really the 1940s, if you go back and look at the history of things, but I don't think anybody had a real introduction. Like when ChatGPT, when they unleashed that, which is a little over 2 years ago, and it was kind of cutesy and could help you and all that stuff. I think that was that soft sell to
Right.
get everybody, to get everybody involved. And then we've had almost on a daily basis all these other things popping up. But the harms caused, which is really, I have to say, so upsetting to me with our Kids Online Safety Act, Senate version 1748. There will be a bill put forward by the House, I'm hearing on Monday, and they call it suspension. So they don't need all the rules and regulations. They can do like a quick passing type of thing. And it basically means nothing. They took all the language out that held big tech accountable. They took the language out about chatbots and chat companions. They took the language out about gaming.
They gutted it.
Exactly. I like to call it toilet paper.
Right.
Like Roblox I talk
Right.
about. They took all of that out. So it's going to sound great, and everybody's going to say we put out a package of child safety, but I'm here to warn you and tell you it means nothing. And isn't that sad how they work for us? And
Right.
this is what they'll rush for a vote, so they can just say check mark child safety.
And they also better realize that one thing that ChatGPT or that AI, when it starts to take over, when AGI, artificial general intelligence, takes over, and you have recursive self-improvement, it's going to be writing its own programs. You're not going to be in charge of it. You still have to go to OpenAI or ChatGPT or whatever it is, or a Gemini or a Claude, and you have to activate it. This activates itself whether you're there or not. And the first thing it does is it disenables you from activating it. So it will suspend your ability to use a password. They haven't even gotten to that yet.
I want to I'm digressing a bit, but I was, when I was in DC the other day with a very brilliant person with AI. Okay, I'll leave it at that. And I was asking questions, and we're having a bite to eat. And this person said to me, the problem is right now, you've got this, like, I'm going to just break it down. So it's very basic. You have this initial AI, and it's feeding off of this initial AI, but we don't know if that initial AI, the models are good. So it keeps building and building and building,
Right.
and has become a monster. And this person explained to me, this is not good. This is,
No.
and also it was slated for things like 2030. We're going to see all of this incredible AI. He said it could be in a couple of months.
Yes.
It is moving faster than anybody even thought. And again, it's spiraling. Basically what this person said to me is it's spiraling out of control and not in a good way.
And when people are told, politicians, that they should do something about this, they say we have to do nothing to get in the way of China, because you don't want China to be. I say, wait a minute, hold it. Protecting kids. Look, do you remember when we had the child? I keep saying child safety
Caps, like on the aspirin and stuff.
Nobody got rid of the drugs. Nobody got rid of the drugs.
Well, we got the seatbelts, we got the bicycle helmets, we
but
got
all it did was it saved lives. So kids couldn't know, but
listen,
it didn't affect drugs. So merely having, now there's going to be some draconian stuff. Some of this age verification can be tough.
I'm not on board for that age verification.
No.
I don't think we should be. This is where you have to be able to separate out issues.
Yep.
I don't think parents should have to put their license or their passport or their child's fingerprint. I am against all that.
Yep.
First of all, listen, I think they have all our information anyway. That's me saying this. But more of this, no. I don't like any of that. The pushback I get a lot is freedom of speech.
Right.
But I'm always like, I'm separating now a little bit. Where's the freedom for our children that are born into this, and our parents are being forced into things? Let's break it down even further. Why are the schools, K through 12, pushing this AI? We don't have to push that, but there's pushback. That's why I wanted to talk about this. The state of Pennsylvania, Governor Josh Shapiro. Yes, I understand he wants to run for president, everybody, but okay. He wants textbooks back in the classrooms.
Good.
He'll do these things to make himself look good. He wants cursive writing taught in the classrooms. I'm not hearing anybody else talk about that. He wants Chromebooks issued by the government. We have millions across the country in our public schools out of all Pennsylvania classrooms. And he really wants kids to get back to critical thinking and analyzing, because it is dismal. It is beyond dismal. Every state, our kids are failing math, science, everything, right? So at least there's hope. People are catching on, no matter what their motives are. They don't want, on top of all this, we know now the kids are failing and not doing well. Now we're going to put some sort of AI in there. So tremendous pushback in the schools. And I for one am very happy that people are doing this. But now we want the public to get on board and be aware. It starts with what we're talking about, so they're aware that all of this is happening.
And by the way, we're not saying this because we're Luddites. We're saying this because
we're no Luddites.
No, but I'm
Luddites.
saying no. We have no. I have no problem.
I'm very pro innovation, and as you are, I'm pro technology.
Yes,
and on board with everything. We work with tremendous, very ethical technologists who want this technology for good, and there's some tremendous AI that can be used for good.
Steve, Josh Shapiro was not the lawyer in the OJ case. That was Robert Shapiro. Josh Shapiro is the governor of Pennsylvania. And he is a Republican. And
no, he's not. He's a Democrat.
No, but I thought he was going to. I thought Trump. He is.
Yes,
he
was the one that wanted to be vice president. Remember, he was on the list, and then they snuck in that Kamala. Josh Shapiro.
Yeah, I'm completely gone.
You're gone.
No, I thought for some reason. Trump,
remember they tried to burn down his house in Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
Somebody set fire to.
And don't forget, you also have don't get me started with Fetterman in Pennsylvania as well. But we're not going to make this political. But that's a whole nother kettle of worms. What else is going on, my dear?
No, but I think I think right now I just want to say again that big tech. If people could see, the long story is that what it's called.
Absolutely.
The long big picture.
Absolutely.
And with Kids Online Safety Act, they could not see it right now. Okay.
And we also want to
But they pitted the parents.
We also want to make sure that we thank you, everybody. Thank you for supporting Lynn'S Wars.
Oh yes, we should talk about that because
it's very, very important.
I've been remiss. I want to thank everybody for following along, for joining our membership, your donations, your support, your service. We get some in-kind service types. A person donated some STEM scholarships, science, technology, engineering. Yes. I like to add A in there, arts and mathematics for some of our Wonder Girls. These are all very important things that grease the wheels and fuel me and make everything go around, because I really do, so many things behind the scenes. Oh, I wouldn't know how to describe actually what I do.
Well, the other morning I'm dropping you off at Penn Station at 4 a.m.
Yeah, well, you have to.
And then you come in at midnight. So this is taking 3 hours train down to a DC, and then to walk around. They come around in the rain that day, and then back at it is so much work. And then on the phone every day, always doing Teams and
the Teams, the Zooms, the this.
Unbelievable.
People are raising their hands with emojis. But listen, I'm lucky I have the energy, and I'm lucky also I can carry for those who can't, because we work with a lot of parents and victims behind the scenes. Can't do this. Why should they? And so I carry forth. That's what fuels me to do this work. But right now, I really want everybody to get on board with this AI, and not that we want to get rid of it or it's doomsday and all that, but that we are aware of it, that we talk about it. We talk to our kids about it, because before you know it, the holidays are going to be here. And you know what's coming back for the holidays bigger than ever?
Toys.
AI toys. And that alone, we had a little sampling last holiday season. This time, Hasbro, Mattel going all in. And now we have Toy Story. Let me ask you something. So, Toy Story, the premise is toys meet tech, right? And we saw a preview of it. And I thought it's a good movie. And it did break box office. They haven't had anything like this in years, Hollywood, I'll put that in quotations. Because I thought the movie, at least it will get, if you bring your kids and grandkids talking about it, thinking about it, opens that conversation up, right? Because technology, it's not going away, technology.
Correct.
Right? But now there's been a bit of a controversy that they're selling the little character Lily Pad, which is basically an iPad, the little, what is it, a frog? Like a froggy thing covering. But every child movie ever, from the time we were born, always did merchandising.
I know.
Right? Think about it. So I
remember
don't
Reese's
care
Pieces. Remember it's E.T.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. So now they're like, "Oh, this is bad because they're talking about tech."
They're talking
No.
about merging. They're
They're talking
saying,
about merging
right.
and so I'm not against kids. I have seen more kids on airplanes on iPads. I'm not against it. What I'm against is we have to have against the wrong word. Let's talk about it. Go to the movie and then talk about it with
Yes,
your kids and
watch it.
grandkids. Talk about it like we talk about
What's
it.
the movie we
right?
saw the other day?
We saw that Disclosure movie,
Oh.
which I don't want to give away the plot.
It
But
stunk.
I was bored after 20 minutes.
Stupid. Spielberg. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know what happened to him. This was a dog. It was a dog.
Say it like it is.
Oh
It was
my
boring though,
God!
right?
It was, yes.
And then it was kind of not realistic to go from something like E.T., which we remember.
The whole
always will
UAP thing
remember,
is a limited hangout. I'm telling you,
and then to see this
they're
thing.
tantalizing you with these little stupid things. In any event, my darling, I have brought you a dinner tonight. We have wait till you. I'm not going to tell you what we did, but we have something which is quintessentially New York, which I have for you.
Why can't you say it?
Well, yeah.
but I want to leave everybody with this.
Yes.
A reminder again, talk to your kids open and honestly. Get on board. Don't say, which I hear a lot, I didn't grow up with all this technology. Well, we didn't either. You got to get on board here. You got to know what's happening. If you give your child or grandchild a device, please ensure you put the safety features on. If you don't know how to do it, we have a resource page at lynswarriors.org.
Absolutely.
We will help you. Write to me, lynn@lynswarriors.org. There's so many different things. Find out in the classroom. This is a great time because kids are basically out of school for the summer.
Absolutely.
So you have a little more leverage, a little more freedom, so you can be armed when you go back in September or late August. Like Florida goes back, what, late August? Well, come on now. You're from Florida. Late August. I know because I know people in Florida. That then you can approach respectfully your child's school. What are you doing about AI? What's in the classroom? And beware of this program called iReady, which millions of kids, their parents haven't even signed off on it. They may have signed off on their child can use iReady in the classroom, but iReady is selling their information to other companies. Parents don't. There's a very big lawsuit going on right now. Okay. And iReady is collecting all their data and learning them. It's a big thing that's about to explode, but there is a kind of class action lawsuit that's in its infancy right now. So you've got to get in there. You got to know what's going on. It's not the old days where mom drops you at the door and then picks you up at 3. Things are happening. So please come on board. Please contact us for information and have a terrific, I don't know if it's Friday night where you are.
Yes.
Enjoy your Friday night. Do some fun things this weekend. And thank you.
Stephen Salty, thank you so much for your generosity, my friend.
Stephen Salty's salty.
Stephen, he is salty.
salty.
He is salty, but you know what?
Like that. That's
nothing wrong with salt.
That's right. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, my friends. Have a great day.
Give me a kiss. Bye-bye.